Hey, noble ones, put on your armor, wear your helmet, the thickest plate you've got, because my takes are going to get us under fire. Me and you, man. Cancelled together. Let's go. Start with the strongest one. Still my favorite ratio. Let's see. We're happy to the rap. We are happy to report that the Acolyte is arguably the gayest Star Wars yet. Rainbow. Happy Pride Month. And then, if you care more about sexuality than storytelling, you should be making Prawn, not Star Wars. Disney. Yeah, Disney is an absolute laughing stock at this point. Not to mention, do remember that first, the Acolyte. I got two things to say. First, the Acolyte is the one show where these Jedi ladies, right, including the empowered black woman, of course, they used the power of the Force to impregnate themselves between women so that they didn't need to deal with males. Literally, it is not a Star Wars. It's the empowered woman who needs no man meme turned into a show taking the name Star Wars for PR. That's it. That's all it is. Also, it failed. It failed. Which is a phenomenal news, by the way, because as it should, stuff like this should fail. And if you're a left-wing fan of mine, because I know I've got the right-wingers will all agree with me with this, and to be honest, so will the centrists. But if you're a left-wing fan of mine, could you imagine if they took Star Wars and you are a fan of the series, and then they turned it into a show that it's all about building a wall and basically turn it into an ICE propaganda machine? Would you be okay with that? Would you think, oh, that's really cool? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. At the end of the day, it's all in your head. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. So it is what it is. Anyways, Acolyte failed, so. Next. Memory Medieval reminds us that it's Anglo-Saxon week. You see, that's amazing. However, I recently created a dedicated video to the fact that it's okay to be Anglo-Saxon, but of course, YouTube completely shadow banned it. So if you agree with me and you are fed up with this whole idea of decolonizing the curriculum and you can't say Anglo-Saxon and you should be ashamed of being white, if you support what I'm saying now, if you support the idea of fighting against this nonsense, then please click the link in the description. It literally takes 1 second. And you can check out this video of mine from 4 days ago and support it and share it, because YouTube won't. This video will get stuck at 30,000 views and that's going to be the end of it. And it's a shame, really. If you agree with me, let me be your voice. It only literally takes 1 click. It takes 1 click, brother. I appreciate. It's Michael Knowles. Let's see. What did he say? Let me see if I agree or disagree with this one. Let's go. What are they talking about?
So hold on, you make a very good point, which is that first-time entry, barring other conditions, can be a misdemeanor for sure. Yeah. Re-entry would be a felony. There are other associated crimes with this.
So they're talking about illegal immigration. Okay, let's see. You know my stance on it.
However, I would ask one question. Do illegal aliens pay federal taxes?
Yeah, actually, they do.
Oh my gosh, he lost. I mean, Michael just destroyed you. I know exactly where he's going with this. I know exactly where he's going with this. So now he thinks he's going to own him because he thinks that Michael thought that the answer was going to be no. But he's like, no, actually they do. And he's going to give a whole list and Michael is going to destroy him with it. Look.
They do.
Sales tax and income tax often. Yeah.
90 billion,
actually, the IRS has a whole system for people who are undocumented to file taxes.
Okay, so I'm glad.
And by the way, economists overwhelmingly believe that immigration, including illegal immigration, is a net positive.
Forget about that.
True.
I just
That's
have one.
Overwhelmingly,
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Because if you make the point, as you have, that actually, illegal aliens, even though they don't have social security numbers, they do pay federal taxes because, to get employment, sometimes they'll use other social security numbers, so they don't get the benefits, but they do pay into the system.
That's a fact.
Yeah, okay. That's a federal crime. 42 U.S. Code, Section 408.
Sure.
It's a federal crime.
That's what happens when he was ready. It was a trick question and they fell for it. I couldn't have quoted the exact article, but that's why he's a debater and I'm not, because he was ready for it and he asked the trick question. They fell into the trap and now they're like, sure, okay, then he just defeated your point. They're breaking the law anyways.
Steal a social security number. U.S. Code Section 408.
Sure.
It's a federal crime to steal a social security number. So there you go. You got it.
I just want to be clear.
The IRS has a process for people to pay taxes without it.
Stealing the social security number.
Yeah.
He just admitted is a crime.
Muddy up violent crime versus paperwork.
Okay, so now
That is
we've
not
upped
the
it. It's
same.
not that they don't
Sorry,
commit crimes, it's that
have
they don't
you
commit
never-
violent
who
crimes.
has
Okay.
not-
Exactly. So he completely annihilated these two clowns. And I want to underline, particularly this guy. You can raise your hand all you want. Your point is nonsense. Look what he said. He said it's a net positive to have illegal immigration in the
Tax and
country.
income tax often. Yeah.
90 billion,
Actually, the
I
IRS has a
believe.
whole system for people who are
Yeah.
undocumented to file taxes.
Okay,
and pay
so I'm
taxes. That's a
glad-
thing.
And by
I'm
the way,
glad- hold on.
economists overwhelmingly believe that immigration, including illegal immigration, is a net positive.
Forget about
You're out of your mind. Yeah, of course, Michael said forget about that because he had a very strong point and he wanted to. They were trying to shift the post. So, of course, it was great that he did it tactically. But it's important to come back to this absolute nonsensical statement. What do you mean illegal immigration is a net positive? Illegal immigration is illegal. These people that are working illegally, by the way, they don't get the benefits, they don't get the protection. It's not like you actually care. You're just making a point because you have to go against this idea that conservatives have now, but everyone used to have back in the day, left, right, centered, up and down. It's that the fact that for some reasons you have backed yourself to a corner where now you need to defend illegal immigration, not regular immigration, illegal immigration. And now you just have to do it just to be contrarian. The fact is that illegal immigration is not a beneficial state of being, neither for the country, nor for the citizens, nor for the economic well-being of the country, nor for the illegals themselves that are being underpaid, mistreated, no health insurance, no coverage, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're an imbecile. You just made that one up. It's overwhelming to believe by who? Who believes that? You're out of your mind. Anyways, he destroyed you, regardless, because you were saying it's not a crime. Now you say, well, it is a crime, but you're shifting it to, but what about violent crime? Yeah, let's talk. What about violent crime? What about violent crime? See, here's the thing. When it comes to the violent crime situation, it's not even a matter of statistics, because I don't care if it's one in a million who is illegal, commits a crime, and rapes a child. That child should have never been raped. And you can avoid it. I'm not saying that neither is he, by the way, I believe. I think he's a little further right than me when it comes to beliefs, but it doesn't matter. It's not like the majority of right-wingers will not say every single illegal is a murderer or a rapist. Obviously not. Some are lovely people, but it doesn't matter because there is no way to know unless you do vetting, background checks. So I don't care if it's 1 in 1,000, 1 in 100, I guess depending on where they're coming from, or 1 in 1,000,000. That crime should have never happened, and that victim is on your hand if, as a government, you don't enforce a strong border patrol, homeland security. It is what it is. It's unbelievable that now they have to say, yeah, but not all of them are violent. Right, in fact, my problem is with the violent ones. And you should prevent each and every single one. It is your responsibility as a government to defend the weak and the innocents in your country. In your country. But anyways, hello. So, here's the deal. This is a notebook. I'm going to get a pen. And you could choose any pen. Look, I've got a whole array of pens prepared here just for you. Could go black, red, blue, green, rainbow color. Maybe not rainbow color, but here it is. So I got the pen. And what I'm going to do is if you subscribe right now, not tomorrow, not in a year, I'm going to sign this for you. Look. Oh, no, I'm not joking. When I do what I say. Look, I'm signing it right here. Signing it. Metatron. Ha! I did it. Signed. For you, Metatron. You subscribed yet? I'm sorry, what? What do you mean how I'm going to give it to you? I never said I was going to give you the notebook. I just said I was going to sign it for you. But don't twist my words now. I'm not a liar. I said I would sign it for you, and I did. You subscribed. That's the end of the deal. Fantastic. Good deal, by the way. You got a great deal. Fantastic deal, if I say so myself. Ciao. Guys. If video games have taught me anything, rotating these will unlock the next room. I can totally see it. In fact, it kind of annoys me that they didn't. Why did they mount them incorrectly? That pisses me off. Like, people don't even want to do their jobs anymore. But anyways, yeah, totally. You can do this one, and then this one, and then 100%. Reverend Madison, a Catholic priest. Already that. You can't have a Catholic priest as a woman. At least Roman Catholic. So what kind of Catholic is this anyways? But whatever. Explains that a clerical collar doesn't allow her to ignore systemic injustice. Oh, it's of course. I mean, why am I even surprised? Look at the scarf. This is a politics thing. But please, floor is yours.
Here are some things this clerical collar does not allow me to do.
Right.
1, ignore systemic injustice. My faith demands that I advocate for the marginalized. And that means speaking out whenever I see injustice or harm taking place within our communities. The second thing this clerical collar does not allow me to do is worry about rules more than people. Now, I love Catholicism and my apostolic Catholic faith, but that doesn't mean that rules and liturgy should come before people. This collar also won't let me see a border as something to separate me from other people.
Oh, shut up. I can't stand it. I cannot even finish the thing. It just annoys me. It's virtue signaling, it's dog whistling, it's politics, it's propaganda, it's nonsense. God is a God of law and order. This idea where we support the free flow, does your collar allow you to care for the victims of when you let violent illegals in the country? Do you have a problem with that? Your faith have a problem with that? Well, let me tell you this much. Your collar, whatever it means, your faith, removing the collar for a second, should put you in a position of knowing the following. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the victim. And you don't seem to care. Also, since you have to speak against injustice, do you speak... What's your opinion, Reverend, of anti-white sentiment and anti-white racism in this country? Do you have a problem with that? Fraud. Stop using my faith. Stop using my religion to push your politics. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us. Form the wall. Defend the truth.